Hey guys, it's Chelsea. I wanted to quickly jump in to introduce this little takeover we have going on with friend of the financial diet and friend of mine personally, Cindy Zuniga-Sanchez of Zero Based Budget. And this week's video is brought to you by advisor.com. We're more than halfway through the year, which means many of us are taking stock of the financial goals we set back in January, including what we can do now to make sure we stay on track through the end of the year. If you've been thinking of utilizing the services of a financial professional, the TFD community has been loving advisor.com. Getting to work with a living, breathing financial advisor has historically been out of reach for people with less than $250,000 in the bank, despite the fact that many of life's meaningful financial moments happen way before reaching that financial milestone. Robo-advisors have tried to fill that gap, and while they can be helpful depending on your situation, there really is no replacement for one-on-one guidance and connections. Advisor.com provides their clients with a top-notch advising team for a fixed, flat annual fee. If you have money resolutions for 2023 and are feeling motivated to make positive changes, think of them as your financial accountability partner. Their team of advisors work for you, not commissions, and will help you to achieve your smart financial goals through planning, investing, tax strategizing, and more. Schedule a free consultation call with advisor.com today at advisor.com and start getting on track to reach your goals for 2023 and beyond.
Hi everyone, I'm Cindy Zuniga-Sanchez, the founder of Zero Based Budget Coaching LLC, a personal finance education platform for millennial women. I am also the author of Overcoming Debt, Achieving Financial Freedom, 8 Pillars to Build Wealth. Welcome to the Financial Foundation. It's no secret that millions of Americans struggle with credit card debt. For those struggling with credit card debt, it can easily feel as if your debt is out of control, even if you are making the required monthly minimum payments. Look, I get it. I graduated law school with approximately $13,000 of credit card debt, and I felt like I was drowning in that debt for the longest. So in this video, we're gonna cover how you can get rid of your credit card debt in a way that saves you both time and money. Credit cards are a method of payment by a financial institution that allows its consumers to purchase goods and services with the promise of repayment. In addition to promising repayment, customers may also have to pay the following. First up is interest. The most common fee that consumers pay is the annual percentage rate, also known as the APR. The interest is charged on any outstanding balance that is not paid by the statement due date. So if you use your credit card and pay off your balance in full by the due date, you won't accrue any interest. But if you don't pay the full amount, you will pay interest on that balance. Second, late fees. In addition to your standard interest, you might be subject to a late fee if you make a payment past the statement due date. And third, annual fees. Some credit card companies also charge an annual fee for the privilege of having their card. According to the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, credit card balances at the end of the first quarter in 2023 totaled $986 billion, a record all-time high. There are many reasons why we're seeing credit card balances skyrocket. First, credit is very normalized in the United States. Credit card companies have major marketing budgets. They understand how to incentivize consumers to sign up for their credit cards. Second, inflation has impacted us all, but it's impacted those that were already living paycheck to paycheck the hardest. Housing, food, and gas have all increased disproportionate to wages, which has caused American families to turn to credit card use. According to experts, it's these necessary expenses, not discretionary spending, that's increasing credit card balances. And look, I get it. When I was in law school, I was swiping my credit card to cover my basic living expenses like my groceries and my subway card. Third, credit card interest rates are rising. In fact, credit card interest rates have hit a record high with an average of 20.92%. And it's usually the accruing interest that hits people the hardest and makes them feel like they're drowning in their credit card debt. With that in mind, let's discuss a couple of strategies that you can use to tackle your high interest credit card debt. First, you need to create a debt overview. Gather these 4 pieces of information. 1, debt type. For example, your Citibank credit card. 2, debt amount. This is your current balance. That is how much you owe on your card. 3, interest rate. As we discussed earlier, this is the APR, which you can find on your credit card statement. And 4, your minimum monthly payment. Once you have your debt overview, you want to pick your debt repayment strategy. 2 popular options are the debt snowball method and the debt avalanche method. With the debt snowball, list your debts in order from smallest balance to largest balance. You will then make minimum payments on all of your debts except for the debt with the smallest balance, which you will tackle first. On the other hand, with the debt avalanche method, you're going to list your debts in order from highest interest rate to lowest interest rate. You will make minimum payments on all of your debts except for the debt with the highest interest rate, which you will tackle first. People always ask me, Cindy, what's the best method? And I'll give you the same answer that I give them. There is no right or wrong answer. Pick the method that will motivate you the most. Next, when it comes to paying off your debt, there are a few strategies that can help you save both time and money. Strategy number 1, calculate the impact of an additional monthly payment. This strategy is straightforward and helps you easily understand the impact of an additional payment on your credit card debt. But before you run your numbers through a debt repayment calculator, be sure to consult your budget. Your budget will tell you how much of an additional payment you can throw to that first debt on either your debt snowball or your debt avalanche list. Let's look at an example. Say that the first debt on your list is a credit card with a $2,000 balance, a 22% APR, and a $50 minimum payment. Plug those numbers into a debt repayment calculator like Credit Karma's. After plugging in those numbers, you'll notice that it'll take you 4 years to pay off your credit card if you only make the minimum required payment. Additionally, you'll pay over $1,000 in interest. However, say that your budget tells you that you can throw an additional $25 per week or $100 monthly to your credit card debt. If you run those numbers through the calculator, you'll see that you're now projected to pay off your card in 16 months, and it'll cost you a little over $300 in interest. An additional monthly payment of $100 shaves years off of your repayment and saves you hundreds in interest. Understanding the impact that additional payments can make, particularly on high interest debt, can save you both time and money. Strategy 2, consider a balance transfer credit card. A balance transfer credit card is helpful for those that have high interest debt and are frustrated at seeing the little impact that their monthly payment is having on their balances. Here's how it works. A balance transfer credit card allows you to move the balance on one or more cards to a single card. That card may have a favorable interest rate offer, such as a low or 0% introductory rate for the first 12 or even 18 months. During that low or 0% interest rate period, you can make significant progress on your credit card balances because you're not going to be paying any interest. Your entire monthly payment will go to decreasing that balance rather than paying interest. If you are considering a balance transfer credit card, here are a few things to keep in mind. Taking on a balance transfer credit card typically involves a hard inquiry into your credit, so review your credit before applying. Some balance transfer cards charge a transfer fee, which is typically 3 to 5% of the total amount transferred. A balance transfer does not close your old credit cards, so it's a good idea to temporarily stop using those old credit cards so that you do not accumulate a balance. And create a plan to pay off your card before the 0% introductory rate expires. Once that offer expires, the APR for the card will increase to the standard rate, which, as we mentioned earlier, can be higher than 20% on average. Strategy 3, consider a debt consolidation loan. You might want to consider a debt consolidation loan, which shares some similarities to a balance transfer credit card. Here's how it works. A debt consolidation loan allows you to take on a loan to pay off your existing credit card balances. You can then make one monthly payment to your new loan. A debt consolidation loan can help you save money if you're able to secure an interest rate that is lower than the interest rate that you are currently paying on your credit cards. If you're considering a debt consolidation loan, here are a few things to keep in mind. Taking on any new line of credit, like a loan, typically involves a hard inquiry into your credit. So review your credit before applying. The better your credit score, the better the interest rate that you will be offered. And be sure to factor your expected monthly payment into your budget. Making progress on your credit card debt, especially with the recent rise in interest rates, can be really challenging. But we hope that these tips and strategies will help you create a more streamlined plan to help you save both time and money. What are some of your favorite credit card repayment tips and strategies? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and thank you for joining us for the Financial Foundation. Bye!